Hey, Scrapper Names fans, how are we all? I'm back with a 12 by 12 layout for you. This one is actually using some of my Kitaholic kit from January. Just a bit of an extra kind of using up my kit. And I'm using a couple of photos here. So it's another kind of multi-photo layout here. Not kind of, it actually is. Kind of been on a bit of a kick with them at the moment, trying to really get in and scrap away my photo box and so I can get caught up. So I've got 3 photos here, all 3 of my stepdaughter with our dog Archer on the lounge. He is absolutely a mad rat. He really is. He used to hate being inside, terrified of being inside the house, and now will just randomly come inside, and this particular time he decided to jump up on the lounge on her lap. As you can see by some of these photos, was took by surprise. And yep, so what I've done is I've got one photo, as you can see there, the main one there on the left, and then I have 2 smaller ones which are a bit blurred, not of the best quality, but they're still a bit cute, still tell a story. And so I've trimmed them down just to cut off the excess of the photo, but I kept that main one. So it's quite large, and what you'll see me do is I keep them in that format you see, in that stepped kind of way, with that main one being the focus and the bigger one being the focus, sorry, and then the 2 smaller ones, just with them being a bit not the best, but I still wanted them in there for her album. So I'm just going to mat the photos on some pattern paper here, just to give them a little bit of a border and some more interest from the background paper. Now this collection I am using is, I think it's the Kaisercraft collection. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Oh, mic's falling, sorry guys. Yeah, can't remember the name of it. It will come to me, I hope. Faith. No, have faith. Illustrated Faith? I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, and at first when I got the kit and that, I had a bit of a like, how's this going to work? But I actually really quite like it, and have managed to have pretty much killed it, this kit. And yeah, so I managed to get this layout as an extra one done. It's got some really beautiful patterns in the papers. Some of these, like the solid pattern colours, as you can see, that I'm using as the background paper. It's got some pinks and things like that, and then it's got some of these like black and white florals. You can see some leftover cuts of a blue florally kind of paper there, and just, yeah, some mix and matches like that, which was really good. I like when you've got different patterns like that, because then you can do like layering like this, which is really, really good. Which, as you can see, because the colour in the photo is a bit off, I didn't edit them too well. Probably before I discovered the whole really good editing technique on my laptop. The colours weren't the best, so I was trying to make sure that the layers, the paper layers I put behind the photo it made the photo pop without making it look too eyeballish, if that makes sense. I didn't want the photo to really stand out and go like, oh my god, it really looks so, the colour in the photo looks really bad, if that makes sense. So yeah, I know what I mean. I know what I was thinking. Oop, there's dessert. I must have been scrapping at night, which is most of the time at the moment. Gotta make sure you got sustenance while you're scrapping, guys. There's mine. So I popped my photos here on some double-sided foam tape, and I have also then done my title, which was quite long, so I cut a big chunk of the video footage out for you, so you didn't have to watch all of that, because it takes me forever to get stickers down, because I could never get them in the right way, on the right way. So just going through some of the die cut pieces from the same collection, the Kaisercraft one, and then these big words are Cocoa Vanilla Studio ones, again all from my kit from January that I'm just using up. And just playing around with placement. Oh, so there you go. I changed the placement of my photos. I went with a bit of a sort of up and down stepped look, just to add a little bit more visual interest to the page as well. I like to play around with the placement of my photos sometimes, especially in these sorts of photos where there's not a lot happening. There's not a lot of colour. There's not a lot of movement. So just to give that bit of interest to the eye, I guess. I had to put the crown on him there, sitting there. I was going to put it on the other one where they're sitting together on the big one, but because it's quite a nice photo, I thought I'd put it on the one that doesn't look as good, as a bit of a joke, as a bit of a king archer. So that's a sticker book there, Kaisercraft sticker book. Just flicking through for some phrases and bits and pieces there to see whether or not there's something that pops out at me. I think I do pop some stickers in from there. They're a bit wild and funky and bright. As I said, this is going in Bethany's album, so it's cool to be bright and funky. She'll like that. And I haven't done a lot of embellishment clusters as such on here. I didn't focus too much on that, just because I wasn't feeling the mood for clusters, to be truthful. I didn't feel it needed it, maybe because the big flowers at the top with the phrase at the top. So I'm just popping bits and bobs of the kit that I have, and the embellishments that I have and stickers and things all just around the page in bits and pieces. Just adding pops of colour and interest and things to the page, really. And I'm just adding these little phrase pieces just to add little sentiments about kind of, I guess, feeling in the moment. That despite the fact that he drives us, freaking crazy at times, that we are thankful for him. He's a good dog. He's stupid, but we do love him. He's got that stupid grin. Like, he's no guard dog, let me tell you. You knock at our front door and I'm sure he'd lick you to death before anything else. And as I said, once upon a time, you couldn't get him through the front door. Like when we brought him home the night we adopted him, he just would not. He was terrified of coming through the front door. Now, oh my God, the minute the back door opens, you're like, out. So even my niece, who used to come to daycare here now, knows. She yells at him when he comes inside. He's like, Acha! So it's funny. So just using my stronger adhesive here just to pop down these acrylic pieces. I find that it sticks better with these. They don't move as much than with the craft glue, the plain old sort of PVA craft glue. I like to use these. Now I don't know about anyone else, but I've not really used pattern papers with these big pieces on them, like this has the big sentiment at the top. It's not something I'm used to, so it sort of kept throwing me off, and I've sort of left this paper to use last. I don't know why. I think because I felt like it was replacing my title. But yeah, there's the whole big flower and everything. We made this paper a bit of a challenge at first for myself to use. But as you can see, I used it and I quite liked the layout. So it was a good old traditional 12 by 12. But yeah, I was a bit unsure of it at first. I'm going to pop some journaling down here, just drawing some makeshift little journaling lines there. Nothing too fancy. Don't care if they're straight or not. Oddly enough, journaling lines don't bother me at all if they're straight or not. I don't really care. Could have swore I cut this out. Maybe I did. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, I did eventually. Now, what am I up to? I've added some more little hearts, and I think I added some phrases, and that was it, all done. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again hopefully later in the week with another video. See you later. Bye.